Well, hello everyone and welcome to game day 1 in Group D here in Jordan. Jordan versus Palestine for FIBA Euro Cup qualifiers. Here's the groups and this is our game. Iraq, Saudi Arabia is playing. Last time I checked, Iraq is up 56-60. And then later on in the week on Monday, the rest of the games, here it is. Jordan ranked 32, Saudi Arabia 66, Iraq 90, and Palestine 97th. So the crowd is starting to fill up here in Jordan as they get ready to support their team. And make sure I keep an eye on that other game in this group, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. Palestine starts to make their way out. The big name is Salim Sakakini. He's going to be the one that they want to try and stop Jordan. Both of these teams, they have played each other before in the summer of 2021 and FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers then, where Jordan has won both of those games, but it was a 3-point game in one of those games and an 11-point game. So both of these teams have played each other before, a very close game, and I think we're gonna have another tough, down to the wire game this evening. Some real young and up and coming players for Palestine. And you've got Edwards Haroufe, who's 22. So some real young stars coming through, and then also Mohamed Abu Shamsia, number 34. He's 21 for Palestine. We also got a 17-year-old. There he is. Also. So we'll take a break, a short break in commentary to hear both national anthems of Jordan and Palestine. Well, always my favorite part of playing international basketball, where you can represent your country and your colors. The boys will meet in the middle, will exchange pins and shake hands, high five, have a friendly chat and a hug, which is also a great honor. Coming down to the last 3 minutes or so, just the last warm-up happening. And here are our referees, also the third team on the floor, Alexi, Udi and Rakash from Kazakhstan, Indonesia, and India. So that's our crew for today. That's Jefferson for Jordan. So we got ourselves a game. Like I said, these teams have played each other, but back in 2021. It's game day 1, so no doubt they want to get that first win under their belt, feeling good. But it all starts here in Group D. And that game has finished in the other group where Saudi Arabia has beaten Iraq 64 to 58. So no doubt here are the starting lineups for Palestine, which is important. Sewalha is going to start the point guard. Habash also, Godfrey, Meali, and also number 24, Salman. And we'll wait for Sakadini to come off the bench. He's a vet, 36 years old, 6'6". So that's a good starting 5 for Palestine. Coach Yanis Diamantikos, who will be getting his team ready. And then for our starting 5s for Jordan, number 1 Hawaz, number 5 Ibrahim, 21 Abbas, 24 Jefferson, and number 44, Diwari. So a solid 5 for them too. So they'll get Jordan off and running. Here's coach Wessam Al-Hazouz, as he says his last moments to draw up his play and get his team ready. And the world ranking, as we saw earlier, and this is the first, and then they'll play again on Monday. Jordan will have Saudi Arabia. So not a lot of time to get themselves together. They probably had, you know, 4 or 5 days at push to practice, to gel together, get their plays in, also scout. It's quite a difficult window where you just have to kind of, you know, get it together and learn on the fly. But also these guys would have known each other. Your system, maybe a few solid plays, and then obviously we love a bit of pick and roll. Will be a big thing, how to guard it, how to score off of it. So just under a minute. So grab your popcorn and get ready, because this is going to be a good one. I really do think it's going to come down to each and every possession, what team is able to sacrifice their bodies, get extra rebounds, execute plays is going to be important, but then also make sure they ultimately get the win. So Jordan is at home. They do have the advantage of the home crowd. There will be a minute of silence. Please stand for a minute of silence in mourning for the souls of our victims in Gaza. our respects, and the guys will now, last moment of high five and get ready, get into the mental mindset. Here we go. Welcome everyone, Asia Cup qualifiers, game day 1 here in Jordan. Jordan in the black and Palestine in the white. They go into Godfrey, takes his time, pushes it back out. And a lovely little finish, but doesn't get the bucket. And he turns it over, pushes it back out to Jefferson. And a little bit of time plays. Doesn't get the soft touch. Mayali pass it on to Soa Walha. Mayali puts up a 3 early. Ibrahim also decides to put an early 3. Both teams haven't managed to tick the board over off of 0. Abash puts up the jump shot. This is pretty heavy. Quick foul to stop the transition, easy bucket. So Abbas, 24 years old, 6'5", gets fouled by Selman. Ibrahim puts it out to go upstairs, but can't finish, so nobody's scored yet. Here we go, maybe we'll get this one. And he chokes the layup. Nobody wants to score yet. Nearly 2 minutes of play has happened. Goes inside. Strong, come on. And referee calls it off. An offensive foul. Bit too strong down there. Here it is. Kind of just drops his shoulder and hooks him under. An easy one for referees to call. Saman passes it on. Mayali goes inside. Good strong move. Finally, the first layup. Calvin Godfrey. Can Jordan answer? We're going to Jefferson. Good long lean steps, but it bounces off. Little weave action at the top. Herbash. Little tough pass, but it kicks out of bounds, so they'll keep the ball on the baseline. 4.4 seconds. Got plenty of time to catch and shoot. They got to execute. Get the shot up in the corner. Still rims out. It's like a little man's on the top of both rims. And then one. There we go. We finally got the first bucket for Jordan Abbas. Lovely little drive. Takes the hit. And the finish goes to the line for 1. Short rims it, but gets his own rebound. Both teams struggling to get a rhythm on offense. Why not? Take the shot. Jefferson goes in the corner. Gonna turn it over, they do. And here, lovely. The easiest layup yet. Mayali. Jefferson hands it off. Hawaz passes it on. Good movement, good ball movement, goes inside. The big man. Good finish by him. Easy, starting to get something going now. Good offense, transition, decides to pull it out. Mayali waits for the pick. He's got 4 seconds, needs to get something up. Why not the left little floater, and gets his own rebound. Nobody boxes him out. The big man's wide alone. Good ball movement. Lovely offense now. Jordan getting themselves going. Good ball team. Basketball, ball hardly hit the floor. Salman looks for it, pass, gets it. Mayali makes the shot difficult. Jefferson in transition. And a foul and 2 shots. Drive. It's down the middle. This is the first. It's a lefty. He's a little bit tired. He's on his knees trying to catch his breath. Only 5 minutes of play has happened. Second one rims in and out as well, but they get the rebound back into the big guy. Postman, Diweri. And they call a foul. So he'll make his way to the free throw line. And easy to call for Calvin Godfrey, and really, it's a cardinal sin in my eyes of the free throw boxed out. Well, also, what is bad is not making your free throws. Jordan left a fair few points so far. Out there from the free throw line. Here comes Palestine. Salman directing offense. Mayali gets a strong pick. Got to get something up. And they turn it over. Abbas moves on. Jefferson. Little pause in action. Abbas. Go inside, but good defense. Breaks it up. But they steal it right back. Wide open. Why not? Rock the rim. Turn a mistake into 2 points. And Lee goes down low. Just doesn't put enough on that. Lines up to 3. Mayali, nice little 15-footer jump shot, nothing but net. Splashes it in. Exactly what they needed, something easy, walks right into that jump shot. Ties the game. Ready, Ibrahim. Passes it on. And then gets it back. Wide open, Abbas. Why not try another one? Good defense. Jefferson. Good little turnaround jumper. Jordan. Oh, big foul. Stops the transition. Smart foul. Pretty heavy. I mean, Salman, look at this, just bangs straight into. So we'll have a timeout. Both teams not getting, you know, in full offensive flow, but hopefully we can go down and listen in to the timeout.
You play here. You go, boom. I just start corner, and I mean you're here. I just gonna go set a back pick for you. When we put the ball here, I might just split. Now we go. Play. Guys, on defense we're good, but on offense we're shaky. Why? Come on, we missed 5 free throws. Just come on, be confident. We know we're gonna start the first quarter. Come on, let's get our shit together. Let's go.
Hey,
let's go.
3 minutes. Let's go.
Let's go. 1 minute, 3.
There you have it. Coach talked about missing 5 free throws. Free throws are going to be important, especially if this is going to be a close game. Both teams struggling offensively. Fair few easy layups rimming in and out. And the percentage is pretty low to start the game, but hopefully they'll just get themselves acclimated and nerves and get themselves going. Makes the first. Yes, we've seen that again. Hollis Jefferson rims in and out. Habash. Moves on to Mayali. Gets a corner, moves the ball. And that looks like, I was going to say, is way off the mark, but the bank is open on a Friday night. Godfrey, why not? Jordan moving the ball very well. Freddie. Lovely drive by him. Go inside, they might turn it over. Nope, they keep it alive. Mayali lines a 3 up, front rims. Freddie Ibrahim with the ball. Awaz passes it on. Gets a 3-point shot in the corner. A lot going on. Referees are just going to warn them both. Palestine will get the ball back. It's 11-11 score. Mayali. Little hesitation. Nice spin move. Beautiful finish. Tough finish. And left wide open, and one. Good job. You can't celebrate when you score on the other end. You have to get back on defense. Jordan do a wonderful job. Here he is, lovely little up fake. Another missed free throw by Ahmed. Ali, point guard for this team. Trying to get something going. Sets his feet for a three. Nothing but net. Managed to shake off his defense. And no help came over. Got another three on the other side. There we go. Now the boys are starting to warm up, get themselves going where it struggled in this first half. Excuse me, in this first quarter. And why not try another one? That's the end of the first. Jordan 16, Palestine 16. End of the first quarter in the books. I tell you, for free, the percentages pretty low to start that game, and 6 from 10 Jordan started, but the free throws 1 from 8, 12% for Jordan, and Palestine haven't got to the free throw line, but shooting 2 from 6 from the 3-point line, 33%. Feel like there's some sort of little bit of a momentum the start of the game. We struggle to score just easy layups and around the rim, and also the free throw game. Just maybe a little bit more of concentration and blocking in. But the first quarter is in the bag, and maybe some nerves can be shaken off now. Here are the first quarter best plays. That was good for Calvin, who was the first to get the bucket going. That was one of the easiest layups that they had. But I do like how Jordan's moving the ball. They've got the big fella down low. But what they did was move the ball very well. There was an offense that didn't even touch the floor. But go ahead and scan and download the app for the courtside. 1891 keeps you updated with the games, the schedules, the scores. I definitely have it on my phone to keep up. I was able to look at the Iraq-Saudi Arabia score, and there is a fantastic week of basketball, of qualifiers. Okay, second quarter has started and on the way. Ibrahim wants to foul. Freddie Ibrahim looking at the referee saying my arm got slapped, but nope. Ali. He's picked up the ball, he needs somebody to come. Calvin Goodfrey hands it off to Jamal. Ali, lovely little pass. What is it going to be? Just a regular foul for 2. Good strong roll from Calvin Goodfrey. So he'll go back to the line for 2. Here it is, look at this. makes the second. 2-point game now. Ready, Ibrahim gets, it's going to be a treble. He's looking for the foul. He needs to just play through that. Stop waiting for the referees. He's, yeah, good hesitation. And it's a treble and a turnover. They want the floor cleaned, but Calvin is saying, come on, help us out. And he does. We've got the sweat and the perspiration cleared up. Jamal Mayali with the ball. It's getting pestered. And he turns it over back court. Coach a little frustrated with that. Jordan get the turnover that they need. Movement again, and a foul on the floor. Coach loves it. Okay, out of bounds play. Got 14 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time. They still keep the ball again. Let's try again. Moves the ball on. Got a wide open shooter in the corner. Good rebound, but miss. Hussein. Mohamed Hussein. Here it is. Fumbles the ball. Back to this corner. Good ball movement. Got to get something up. Less than 2 on the clock, so they know it could be a treble. It is, and coach is saying, shoot it. Look at the time. Nistea Mantagoz's coach is a great point. Make sure you're looking at the clock. Get a shot up at least. Havash waits for the pick. He's getting bullied at the top. Nice little crossover. Good fake. Time's running out. Jordan with the rebound. 3-point shot in the corner. Mori. He's only 20 years old. Spoke about a couple young kids for both teams. Number 11 for Jordan in black, he's 20. And then number 10, Kalani's 17. Don't know if we've seen him yet, or we'll see him, but it's really good for especially up and coming young guys to be with the national team, even if you don't play, to get that experience. Swing the ball, be impatient. Amori back rims it. Hebash turns it over. Nope. Still keep it. Hot potato. Who's got the ball? And Hussein manages to come up with it. It's like a game of ping pong out there. decide to set a play. They like this offense where they got a big guy coming up. They'll line up a three. Ali crosses over. Good ball movement to the corner drive. Tough pass, easy to pick off. And they're going to call a foul. Bush may MC up, excuse me, Bush MC up. It's a tough pass that you try to make. Defense read that very easily. Jefferson back in the game also. Kick ball. Musa. Mohamed Musa kicking the ball. Good movement. Lovely finish. Big man. Mohamed Hussein. I like that little reverse, tough to guard, tough to stop. Uses the rim to protect himself. Ali waits for his pick. They're really bothering him. They send a double team, they get the steal. Is he gonna dunk it? Lovely, just hand off into the rim. Timeout is called. El Hadid with that breakaway layup. Palestine doesn't want this lead or this momentum to get any bigger, so they'll take a timeout. Let's listen in.
At the time that you are talking with him, they feel the big, and you're not looking at the ball, you're not focused. Next offense. Next offense. We will play El, Simply, Jamal here, Salim here, Musa. Abu Samsia, Ahmad. You come for the pick, Ahmad go in the corner. When dive in, Musa. Okay. Let's go. Yalla. 1, 2, 3.
Who we've been waiting for. That man there. 15, Salim Sakakini. Their super vet, 36 years old, big body frame, 6'6". He's actually got a record of 44 points, so he can fill it up. We've been waiting to see him, so he's come in the second quarter. Here he comes for the pick. Rolls down. Musa takes off. Asking for the foul, not going to happen. Here comes Jordan. Turn it back over. Mayali is fouled. Roly-poly is done. Musa on the baseline is pleading with the referee. Here's the foul to stop the transition easy layup. Probably want to get something easy. Sakakini. Get him going. There he is with the ball. Travel. It's not a way to start his first offense. And he looks the referee into his eyes. Easy, wide open, nearly. Gets an and one, foul. Kanan the lane opened up. Palestine now over the limit yet again. So this next 5 minutes, 41 seconds, if I'm Jordan, I'm going to the rim every single time so I can put pressure and get to the free throw line. But look at that, 1 from 9. Make it 2 from 10. Not a great percentage at all, leaving points out there, especially when it's still a close game. 2 from 10. Sanjo. Setting the offense, picks up his dribble, he's under pressure. Good pass. Tough, strong Calvin Godfrey. It's a workhorse down there. Haven't managed to stop him yet. This will be his 6th time, his 5th and 6th time at the free throw line. Lights one up. Hasn't found his rhythm really today. Usually not the case. If you, I find when you shoot bad in the first half, you don't in the second, or vice versa. Palestine lines 3 up. Foul has happened. A hook, an offensive hook. I think that's gonna go. Let's have a look. 20. Yep. Calvin Godfrey. And Abash will come back in. Let's have a look. You said there was a hook. Yeah, you see it. Just there, hugs him from the back. Good call from the referee. Sub's going to come in. Mohammed Hussein, 13. He makes a free throw. Lovely to see, finally. That's 3 from 11, shooting 27%. Good job, 2 for 2. Exactly what your team needs. So we'll take the ball out. Salman getting pestered at the top. Habash, little runner, tries to use the glass. Good rebound by Hawaz. Inside, nice pass. Can he finish? Oh, body's flying. Habash. Godfrey moves the ball on. Asks for the pick. We go back to the pick and roll. It's been working so well for them. He's got to get it up. It looks off, way off in fact. They get the rebound. And the bank is open. Sanjay, well done, sticking with that, because there was a change of possession. It was going to be a shot clock violation, but Jordan had the rebound and then lost it. And now a foul. I mean, Salman is a little upset with this foul, saying he took his hands out. So Both teams pretty much over the limit. So Jordan is back to the free throw line. Now they're getting themselves going and in rhythm. And I think that's an air ball. Luckily we had that shot, camera shot, and not the other one, so we couldn't even tell. Anyway, Palestine. Getting pestered, yeah. Foul. Abbas, too much on it, too aggressive. You've got to adjust now. The referees have called what they've called. Here it is. Look, he's just hands on his hip. That's his second foul. Abbas, so can't afford to pick up a third before half-time. Kick ball. Drive and a floater, rims in and out. We've seen that so much for both teams, really. As Jefferson gets broken up. Sunjuk passes it on to Mayali. Godfrey goes down low. Soalha out to the three. Hawaz passes it on. Good block. Big man down low, working hard. And then a foul. Mayali. Here he is. Good pivot. And easy to call for the referees. Missed free throw, but a put back. And the turnover. Great turn of events for Jordan. They get the rebound off of the missed free throw and the score, and then the turnover. So it could potentially be a 5 to 6 point swing. Moves the ball on. Why not? It's a long three. Sunjuk gives it back to Mayali. Maybe pressure in the point guard, Mayali. And that's an easy pass to pick off. Hawaz, why not? Rocks the rim at home. Get the crowd into it. We needed that. A bit of sauce. Timeout. 8-point lead now with that dunk. And Palestine doesn't want to see this lead increase anymore. Let's listen in to the timeout.
I want
you have it. Coach Alzus drawing up a play. See if they can execute this. Remember, both teams in team foul troubles, so any fouls, they'll go to the free throw line. So you want to stay disciplined, and they get turned over. Very lucky. Meali. They'll walk the length of the floor. Like I said, any fouls this last minute 50. So a bit of a disaster out of the timeout. They nearly get the turnover, but then foul. And you let Palestine come down and shoot 2 free throws with the clock stopped at 1:50 to keep chipping away at the lead. And he makes both of his free throws. He's got the baseline, he does use it. Great footwork by the big man. Loves that. Unstoppable, really unguardable. Good backdoor. And pins it as well. Big man doing it on both ends. Scores on the offense and the defense. Here we go. Abbas gets fouled. Good transition offense from Jordan. I like this sequence of putting together lovely offense into the defense. Here's the drive. Beautiful pass. He'll go to the line for 2. And nails that one. And he screams because he knows the free throw line hasn't been kind to them today. Meali lines one up. Good. Don't know if I love that offense. Nobody got to touch the ball. Nobody's, you know, gets in an offensive rhythm. Why not go back into the big fella? Then a turnover. They double him. Good pass. Easy finish. Abbas, beautiful post work interior between those two. Abbas with 7 points. The 3. Get an answer. A well-needed bucket. Sawaha. Seconds between the game clock and the shot clock. Yeah, moving screen. They call a foul. Meali gets wiped out. So there'll be another set of free throws. Ibrahim will have to give the ball back. So there's been a sub before referees have told them to come in, but anyway, he'll get the ball. Just a disaster at the free throw line continues for Jordan. Could be up way more and just leaving points out there. Nope, he shouts get in, but doesn't listen. 7 from 19. 3-point shot, misses. It's nothing but Jordan here. just like that. It's an 8-point game, and both teams will head in to halftime. Jordan 34, Palestine 26. The song says turn down for what, but I need both of these teams to turn up because it has been a struggle, especially from the free throw line from Jordan. 7 from 20, 35 points. The rebounding goes to Jordan, 28 to 21. The turnover's pretty even too, 8 to 9. And then Alas has been the top scorer, 7, and May Ali with 11, and also Calvin Godfrey, second leader. So I think if Palestine go in, you want to just execute a little bit better. They've turned over the ball, and if I'm Jordan, saying, boys, we've been to the free throw line 20 times and we've only hit 7. Let's take our time. Let's mentally lock in, and we can be up more than 8 points from the free throw line alone. So here are the second quarter best plays. And big man inside. Derari. Look at that. He was solid. I liked his play. He was a steal. And this was a nice bucket too. So this is where Jordan was very good, where they turned their great defense into easy offense. Nobody at the rim to meet them, break away in their transition. When you don't make your free throws and execute, you leave the door open for shots like this to go in. And that was a bad miss. Both teams need to maybe just regroup. Pretty low scoring game, because that first quarter nobody could get a bucket. So 34 to 26 isn't a lot of points at all. 26 points and a half. So their defense just needs to clean up a little bit. They're still in this game, in my opinion. But definitely you need to refocus, stop this big man. It's tough. I really like that post move, real poise and patience down low. Look, takes the one-on-one versus Calvin Godfrey. Uses the baseline. And then the 3 also by Sawaha. Both teams, I definitely can regroup. Go ahead and get yourself a cup of tea and be right back for the third quarter.
Look at Wiles in the back, and he gets in, and the runner! Ladies and gentlemen, our MVP. So hard. Look, they got to hurry. They're going to get the 3. Good. Gets blocked. Eldarwich has the basketball. Lebanon has shot China. Unbelievable. Will Zealand be content to let some time go? No, he's going to go in.
that's the best block of the tournament.
The hero of this tournament overall has been Iraqi. Here he goes. Puts it up and in. Jordan still has time with 11.8 seconds remaining. Coming up on the 1 minute mark here. And Dwyer goes in, and boy, does he put the Saudi on the poster. You feel kind of bad for Al-Hawsawi, maybe a bit naive.
He'll be having nightmares for weeks on that one.
This is not to pick up a third foul. Freddie, he was going in for a dunk.
That's great defense, leading to fast break offense.
2-point game, set of off. It might be a three anyway. Abraham! Oh! You are kidding! You cannot believe it! It is stunning! Stunning 76 to Jakarta! Freddie Abraham! Steady Freddie! Has finally stood up to be counted! Incredible! That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Well, welcome back. You've got yourself a cuppa tea as we get to see the top scorers for both teams. Number 5, Jamel Mayali, has been the go-to man. The ball is in his hands a lot as he is the point guard, the leader of the pack, and then the top scorer for Jordan is Abbas. He's working hard. Good finishes around the rim. And just being a pest, really. Not giving up on the play. So there it is. So both teams are heading out onto the court to warm back up. Don't know if you stuck around and watched those highlights. The top 10, number 1 was a guy in this game for Jordan, number 5, Steady Freddie is what they called him. Freddie Abraham had that long range 3-point shot. So hopefully he can get himself going in this second half. And for me, I just feel like I'm so glad basketball is a game of 2 halves, because I felt like Palestine kind of struggled. Both did really, in the first quarter. It was a tied game at 16 apiece. Kind of struggled getting offensively in a rhythm. And then in the second quarter, Jordan got it a little bit better, scoring 18, and Palestine only 10. So hopefully in this second half, we can get a few things going. There it is, a couple leaders for Jordan. For me, I definitely feel like they would have spoken about the free throw line. Jordan, they left a fair few shots out there. They were 7 from 20, shooting 35%. Rebounding game. Defensive rebounds were pretty good though. They had 20 to 8 offensive. And then they only turned over the ball. They turned it over 8 times. Then for Palestine, I think they could clean up. I think they could be a little bit more aggressive, look after the ball, maybe get Calvin Godfrey involved. He has 8 points. Mayali, we saw, is holding all scorers for Palestine with 11. But no need to push the panic button if I'm Palestine. I think you, take it one possession at a time, but also you've got to come out in this third quarter with aggression, make sure that you execute. You cannot afford to let this lead get any bigger, to be honest. You want to start strong. The third, to me, is always the most important. So maybe a few more rebounds as well for Palestine. They've only got 2 offensive rebounds. They can crash the boards a little bit. And fast break points though. Jordan, that's where they've got themselves in the lead. They have 11 fast break points to Palestine's only got 4. And then points in the paint. The big man has been doing a lot of that, 24 to 10 Palestine. And then the biggest lead has been 11 for Jordan, but like I said, don't give up, Palestine, just keep pushing. So both teams will head to the benches and say their last few, draw up some plays, execute. I did hear coach for Palestine, Coach Ian, talk about if you're not looking at the ball, you're not focused. And I think that's a really good point, making sure that, you know, your eyes are always on the ball. There's Jamal Mayali, has 11 points and 5 rebounds to go with it. He was the real bright spark for this team. And Yanis Diamantakos, coach, I think just something easy. You know what? I take a page out of Jordan's book where they were good is when the offense, when they had good movement, multiple guys touching the ball wasn't even touching the floor at a point. I think that could be very good. But go ahead, scan and download the app to keep up with the Asia Cup qualifiers. There are so many games across all continents. To keep up with the games over this weekend and into Monday, as Jordan will play Saudi Arabia, who won their game earlier on against Iraq, 56-60, I'm pretty sure. Let me go check my courtside app and I can find out the exact score for you. Well, welcome back. Asia Cup qualifiers here. Game day 1 with Palestine with the white, shooting and getting the first shot up. game, Iraq was 58 and Saudi Arabia winning that game 64. Anyway, back in. There's Jefferson. He's been struggling from the three. It looks good, but hits nothing but Jordan Air. Havash decides to move the ball on. Go inside, yep, that's a foul. Ahmed Tiwari just hugging on to Calvin. Godwin, look, you can just see that little hug underneath. Not allowed to do that. Pick, then he turns over the ball, keeps it, and it gets tapped out of bounds. 4.6 seconds, that's enough time to catch and shoot. They do, in the corner. Freddie Ibrahim, we saw him, #1 top 10 play. Yeah, easy. We've seen this foul over and over again this evening. The free hand hugging the offensive player. You can have an arm bar on the back of their jersey maybe, or on the back of them, but you can't have that hand wrapped around them. And that's some bodies flying. And because it landed on, let's have a look, tipping out. It's pretty difficult to see there. Good job, both teams sacrificing their body. And obviously a little bit of sweat on the floor from that fall. Pass and offensive foul. Got the turnover that they needed. See if we can get a jump shot in. Both teams yet again. Could be a turnover. No, dives on the floor. No, they get it back. And a three goes up. Can't answer. Good push. Moves the ball. This is what I was talking about. Oh, just absolutely chokes the layup. It was great ball movement. Saman passes it on to May Ali, who's been the top scorer. Good little floater, misses badly. Hawaz. Just like the first quarter, nobody could score. It took 3 minutes, I think, for a first bucket. And it's the same again in this third quarter. There we go. We'll take a free throw. Why not? Amin Abu Hawaz goes 1 for 2. Oh, man. Could be a foul, no look, but he wasn't ready. Trying to be fancy with it. And Calvin Godfrey is upset. Saying I wasn't ready for that pass to shoot the ball. A real sloppy, ugly basketball from both teams. Not executing, not concentrating, not on the same page, not finishing. Hence why, you know, 26 points by Palestine and 35 by Jordan. Well, at least the crowd love it. As they fly their flags. And dancing and singing. Pushes out. The three, good. Finally, an offensive possession that looks good. Abu Hawaz puts up the three and a timeout as he puts himself on 6 points. They've struggled the opening third quarter. Let's listen in to the timeout.
Drive and kick out. What is our difference? Why so easy? You didn't start aggressive enough the third quarter. We are missing under the basket. We are not making the difference. Let's go, guys. Next offense. Okay, if it's zone, you play stack. If it's not zone, I want to play. These two for Jamal. These two. Okay, without fake me. No fake me. Kelvin will come on the screen. You come up. If you come, beat Kelvin. Otherwise, you get on. No fake me. Okay, let's go, guys. Yalla. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Really bad percentages. 9 from 37 from Palestine, shooting 24%. And I felt like coach made a great point just then as we got to listen in. He said, hey, we haven't started aggressive in this third quarter. What are we doing? So he calls the timeout to reset his team. So they need to answer here. He also spoke about a little bit of a zone on the defensive end. Here comes a trap. Good defense from double dribble. Sawaka just freaks out in double dribble. So a turnover, not what you want coming out of a timeout. Big man, oh, tries to be tricky with it, and he holds it in, winds one up. Freddie, why not? Just what we need. Ibrahim, bit of offense, thank you very much. 5 points from him. Palestine still struggling to get a point on the board in this third quarter. The lead is starting to become bigger and bigger if they don't answer here. 5 seconds, swings it around. A God throwing prayer, gets nothing. Feel the momentum, swing, Jefferson. Exactly what Jordan needed. Get the crowd into it, get yourself going, feel good, get the smiles, get the chest bumps up. Beautiful finish. Hopefully we might be able to see that again after, but we'll have the timeout and Palestine has to call another one with barely even a minute. Let's listen in.
The back screener, first one. Defense, be aggressive and make 5 defense. Okay, let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
Yanis Diamantukov says, you tell me, boys, are we going to fight or what are we going to do? And I think that's a great point for him to make. He's had to call 2 timeouts. His team hasn't responded, hasn't scored. Can they get a bucket here? Give us a 3. Calvin kicks that, and he's angry with himself because he knows he should have had that one. Well, hopefully when we see the end of third quarter best plays, we'll definitely see Hollis Jefferson's dunk. Abu Hawaz with the ball. Goes back inside. The big guy has been very successful here. Too easy, too big, too strong. Lovely finish. Tiwari now on 9 points. Still no bucket. It's been 5 minutes. It's still nothing. Ibrahim crosses over and behind the back. Needs a pass. Jefferson looking good, plays with the ball. That's pretty. Don't know about you, but I've heard it before, rest in peace, but Kobe Bryant, he definitely resembles him, doesn't he? Just his long, lean frame. Calvin Godfrey has come up pretty sore with this. I think he's just banged knees potentially. That's not a good sight. And this is the free throw. We haven't, other than that turnover, Sakakini hasn't played much today. I said, you know, he holds a record of 44 points and can fill it up, and right now they definitely need his offense. And he's only played 2.5 minutes, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, Lee gets turned over. Here comes Jordan, they've got a man. And flying layup. I've been enjoying the big guy, working hard, doing it all. Still a drought for Palestine, can't get anything. We've been begging and waiting, still no bucket from them. They've had 2 timeouts as well. They better call a foul here, yeah. Maybe a bit sooner, in my opinion, hugging him. Jordan has scored 15 points in this quarter. Palestine is still on a donut, trying to figure out their first bucket, where Jordan just keeps piling it on. Why not? Mass adds to his score as well. Something easy. Just see the ball go through the net. There it is, and it just rims in and out. Another foul. And Sakakini is finally back into the game. I was wondering what was going on there. Here's the foul. high-flying layup. Number 15. There he is on the left-hand side. So hopefully, I guess they've subbed him in for a scorer. Because right now, I think you call all the forces any way you can get some points. Because Jordan has figured it out in this third quarter, and I spoke about, you know, they were only down 8 at halftime and how important the third quarter is. And Jordan have come out and put 20 points on the board this third quarter alone. Yes, there it is. May Ali, thank you. He was the leading scorer for Palestine in the first half, so trust him to finally get a bucket with, you know, 3 minutes left to play, under 3 minutes, and that's when they get their first points of the third quarter. They've dug themselves in a huge hole. Now the double team, get it out. Here we go, good passing, and still Jordan not giving up on anything. You think they finally got an easy layup. And there we go. Hawaz, feet set. And there's not many that he will miss from there. He's 2 from 3 from the three-point line with 9 points. And you can just see the intensity. Look at Jordan in defense, really up and under. Yeah, the defense has turned up the heat. Go inside. Diwari, and they get a turnover. Can they get a bucket? And still nothing. Looking for the foul. You're not going to get a foul. Don't look at the referee. Put the defense and the ball into the hoop. And Mohammed passes it on. Sticks with it. He's surrounded. Maybe pass it out. Why not? Just stick with it. Gosh. He's working hard. He had the whole Palestine team around him. I would have passed it out. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders. Sticks with it. And one will go to the line for one. Abu Hawaz will take a seat. He's played some wonderful minutes. Number 10 in the back there, if you see him to your left. There's Kelani, the 17-year-old. Look at that. I don't know what heart rate he has. If he's nervous at all. But no time to be nervous. You're with the big boys today. We're into our last minute in the third quarter. And a good, easy layup. The easiest offensive possession that Palestine has had. Sawaha. He has 7 points. And a nice little jump shot. Decide to slow the ball down, May Ali. He's been the bright spark for Palestine. Drives left hand. It's asking for the foul, doesn't get it. They've got plenty of time. Don't need to rush this shot. Good job from Kelani not to shoot that. No look pass. They've got enough time. They don't get it off. Could be a travel, and the buzzer hits. So the third quarter in the books. Jordan 59, Palestine 30. That was a complete struggle for Palestine, shooting 26% from 2, 8 from 31, and 3 from 18. The free throw line finally getting a little bit better for Jordan, but can do better, 10 from 25. And for me, though, Palestine only scored 4 points in that quarter, where Jordan scored 25. And I think that's the game, really, if you go back and look at the first 3 quarters. And here are the third quarter best plays. And it was all Jordan lighting it up from multiple places on the floor. They had dunks, they had drives, they had layups, they had 3-pointers. They had a little highlight reel from Holliston Jefferson. And were just the better, well-oiled machine, and looking like the 32nd ranked team to Palestine's 97. This was the flying dunk by Jefferson. So go ahead and scan your courtside 1891. Keep up with all the scores. So Palestine finds themselves in a bit of a struggle on the struggle bus, as that offensive quarter with only 4 points now. For me, you can't pack up shop. You've got to stay strong, play this last 10 minutes. And Jordan, I just think, stay solid. Don't turn over the ball. Keep doing what you're doing here. 25 points, that was their highest quarter in offense. You've got to shoot it. Not that early, they had more time. Glad to see Sakakini still in the game as well. He hasn't found his offensive flow. Mayali gets fouled by Kalani, 17-year-old. I love that coach has given him an opportunity, especially when you're up this much. Why not? Nothing can really, you know, teach you than being out in the game and playing at this pace and learning on the fly and being with the older guys. And still trying to get it in. Too easy to read. Here's Kelani. See if he can get a bucket. Wide open layup. Hangs in the air. Backs it off. Why not? The crowd loves it. The young buck is on the score sheet. First 2 points. Doesn't matter if you're 17, doesn't matter your age. Really good job from him. Manley looking to get the ball in. And just throws it away. Here comes Jordan again. And he's out of bounds. Yeah, easy to see. Excuse me. That's Shatat, who was out of bounds. Is also 17. So they've put the young ones in for some good solid minutes here. And a foul. Avash will go to the free throw line. Here's this strong drive. A lot of defense crashing in on him. So they've got their 2 young youngsters in, Jordan. And I think that's the right idea, because remember, they do have to play again on Monday, so you want to share the minutes so nobody's getting too tired, or, you know, and make sure everyone feels good and gets an offensive rhythm. You just don't know who you'll need. And, you know, players to step up. You will need all 12 players at some point. So good job from Jordan going to their bench. Easy layup. There's Ahmed Hamarache has got his buckets. Foul. Shamsia. And now Jordan's going to be over the limit. All those red lights under their name on the scoreboard means they're over the limit on the team fouls. You're only allowed 5, and then after that, any foul that they make will send Palestine to the free throw line. There's a 3-point percentage. And kick ball. Let's see if they can get Shatat his bucket. Here he is. Gets on a little assist though. There it is. Nice little dime to Mohammed Hussein. We'll go to the line for 2. Makes the first. But they get the rebound, sticking with it. That's what you want to see if you want to get more minutes. Is hit the boards. Galani with that rebound. Bash passes it on to Mayali. A lot going on. That's a silly foul because he'll go to the free throw line now for 2. Mistakes happening in just messy basketball. I've got numbers. And let's call that an alley-oop pass. Mayali. Lines one up, but good job. Shatat says trying to get a layup, but Mayali says no. And then the foul is called. get an easy shot and see the ball go through the net. It's been a tough day at the office. Finally gets his first offensive point. Passes it out for the three, lines it up. Begging a prayer, but doesn't go in. Big rebound and good job by Mohammed Hussein. Still, well, at least Meali is playing very hard still. He led all scorers in the first. And you can just see the air taken out of Meali. They've got numbers. Do they execute? He gets back in time. Good crossover, good fake, good poise. For the young kids, this is a time that you can really build your confidence and with your coach, the trust in other players on your team. An easy block shot. Hussein meets him up, but guess who's there to steal it back? Meali Ryan's one up from the three and says thank you. And a timeout has been called. We won't be able to listen in to the timeout as it's the fourth quarter. And, you know, secrets are being had in the fourth, so we can't listen in, but here's the stats. Palestine 21% from the field. It's just been a real struggle. 12 from 56. I think that's the game right there. Also 18% from the three-point line. And there's the top leading scorers. And rebounder. Dueri, for me, has been solid on both ends. Played good defense, good offense. Okay, well, they've put the ball in Kelani's hands and he does well with it. They share the ball into the corner. Should have shot the wide open layup, but wanted to get everyone involved. Turns over the ball. Better touch it. Yep, over and back. Should have touched it way before, but now they get it on the baseline. 14 seconds. Turnovers, pretty even considering. Lani winds one up. Does he get the soft bounce? He doesn't. Salman. Good, easy bucket. Probably he needed a lot more of that from that man. Just running out of time. Another, but even though obviously it's a big gap, Jordan's offense has dried up as well. In this quarter, they've only scored 7 points and Palestine's scored 9. Running jump shot. It's a 27-point game. Alani. Excuse me, no, Shatad. Makes the first. Eight points for him now. Mohammed Hussein. And he knew he missed that one. Don't know if that's a commentator's curse, sorry. Get the back door. Long leaning steps. Do they get the tap in? They do. May Ali. It's been a great game for him, but just struggled everywhere else. 19 points for him. Don't foul. They've got time to get the drive. Long lean to the rim. Hamori, good job. And good answer back from Havash. Good answer. Get the ball out quick in transition. Takes a free throw. Makes it a 26-point game. Maybe they can cut into it. They've got numbers. Out of control, in my opinion. Good, no call from the referee. Slow turnaround jumper, pretty. Mohammed Hussein putting on a little bit of a clinic right now. I like that little turnaround jump shot. I have to do that one myself. May Ali has only been the spark. 19 points. Can he make it more? Back rims and a strong foul. Bodies and arms get tangled up. Namin Salman comes up a little bit worse for wear out of that. Go, both go up in the air. Look at this, and then kind of falls on his back. So glad to see he's up and walking it off. Okay, Jordan decides to move the ball, get this three-point shot in. I think they're trying to get Hamori's a bucket, and he does. No, lots of bodies flying in. Can they get the rebound? Good. May Ali is having to do everything by himself. Gets the defensive rebound and the foul, so he'll walk the length of the court to add more to his score. Back to a 27-point game, but puts him on 20 points. Pretty much half of Palestine's scoring. Some ball movement. Could be a foul, it is. Shaddad will go to the free throw line. And some good coaching from Mohammed Hussein. Always want the vet to give you a little chat. 33 years old, talking to the 17-year-old. That's a wonderful sight to see. Maybe a little encouragement. This is the first. Hopefully he can get a point on the board. Oh, he misses it. His opportunity to score. And he's the only one that hasn't scored today. Everyone who's played has got a bucket. And they find him again in the corner. Team is trying to put him on the board. Very nice of them. Under a minute now. 61 total rebounds for Jordan. That's a fantastic stat. It's the falling away layup. Makes it a 25-point game. And we're under 35 seconds. Jordan keep adding to it, and they keep fouling him. Remember, scoring can come into a factor where if there's, you know, a tie. Oh, it is. He's changed the call. Does he make a play at? No, he doesn't. Dangerous play. It's not a play at the ball, so the referee has upgraded it. And he makes two, and they'll get the ball back. So a mistake lets Jordan add more points to the total score, 73-46. Back to a 27-point game, last 30 seconds. Out of bounds, side. Can Meali execute one more play? Don't want to go just yet. Still a lot of time. Too early in the shot clock. Now you give Jordan an extra look, but they're going to dribble it out. And that will do it. Jordan at home, execute, figure it out, and get game day one win in the books. There we have it. Final scores: Jordan 73, Palestine 46. Well, real struggle bus for, to be honest, both teams at one point found it difficult to put the ball in the net. Real low scoring. You know, Palestine only scored 4 points in the third quarter, where Jordan filled it up to 25, and that really broke open the game. First quarter was 16-16. Second, Jordan put up 18 points to 10. There's the stats Only thing Jordan really needs to work on is that free throw line. 14 from 33. It's not going to cut it when you're in closer games. The rebounding game, Jordan wins. The assist game, they win. And the turnovers, actually, 19. Way too many. For me, the bright spark for Palestine was Jamal Mayali. 20 points. Scored half of Palestine's buckets. And maybe they can keep working on that. So smiles, kisses, and claps to the crowd. They appreciate the support. And Jordan get game day 1 dub in the bag. And we get to see the 4th quarter and final best place. We got to see the young buck get his first bucket, Kelani, 17-year-old. And I think all these highlights are gonna be Jordan just doing it all. Free throws, layups, 3-point line, they've worked hard. And there was one of Sakini's only real good offense, an easy offense. But Palestine need to get themselves together very, very quickly as they play Iraq on Monday, and Iraq beat Jordan. So there we have it. Thank you very much. Jordan at the top with obviously the points difference. Saudi Arabia sitting in 2nd, Iraq 3rd, and Palestine 4th, and that's because of the scoring difference. And there it is. Iraq put up 58, excuse me, and Palestine only put up 46 points. It's not a lot of offense, and are gonna find it even difficult and harder on Monday. So there we have it, a game for Jordan in Jordan. They get to stay here. Their next game is at home, so no traveling for them. But thank you very much for joining. And Jordan will go to dinner and to sleep with a win under their belt. Palestine need to work on a few things and get themselves together. Have a good evening and thank you for joining. Have a good night.